share the screen. So students, as I said to you that today I will start the type conversion of the currently running chapter from the currently running chapters. So the heading should be type conversion. So let me write some theoretical part so that you can get it better. So the heading is type conversion. So what is type conversion? The first question arises, what are type conversion? So converting one data type to another data type is called type conversion. Is it clear to you? Converting one
Yes,
data
sir.
converting one data type to another data type is called type conversion. So what I am saying, suppose I have a variable of int type, I want to convert in float. I want to convert it in character. So this type of conversion is called type conversion. So how many types of type conversion is in Java? Basically, type conversion is depend on the size. That means that you are converting from a small data type to a big data type, or from a big data type to a small data type. So depend on the size, the conversion is further categorized in two parts: implicit conversion and explicit conversion. So first one is implicit conversion. What are implicit conversion? Okay. So if you convert a small data type to big data type, then it is called implicit conversion. Is it clear to you? If you
Yes,
convert
sir.
a small data type to to big data type, then it is called implicit conversion. There is no need, let me write first, there is no need to write, there is no need to write the type cost operator. Type cost operator. What are type cost operator? I will tell you when I will do the programming. There is no need to write the type cost operator. Okay. So this conversion happened automatically also. Okay. So this type of conversion, uh, this type of conversion happens automatically. So you will get everything, do not worry. I just first you understand the theory. If you convert a small data type to a big data type, then it is called implicit conversion. There is no need to write the type cost operator. This type of conversion happened automatically. One more thing, there is no data loss. So I will clear one by one. So students, can you tell me the size of integer? How many size is of integer? Can you tell me? Engineer, tell me what is the size of integer? If you store if you store the integer, then how many size it will take to store?
3 point.
What are you not
Not remember.
what? What are you saying? When I was
Forgot, sir.
forget, sir. This is not a thing for forgetting. What I said when I was explaining the data types, when I was explaining the data type and I sent two videos. So tell me the how many types of the integer is categorized? Do you have book?
No.
No. Why you do not have book? Without book, how you will study? Without book, how you will study? Just think about. Integer in Java, integer are categorized into 4 parts: byte, short, int, long. And byte is having the memory size 2 power 0. 2 power 0 means, what is the value of 2 power 0? Can you tell this one? Can you tell this one? Do you know mathematics? Do you know mathematics? Anjana, your answer.
Yes, sir.
If any number is having power 0, then what is the answer? If any variable or any number,
Base itself is the answer.
pardon, this is related with the mathematics, not from the Java. You tell the answer. If any variables or any digits is having the power 0, then what is the answer?
The digit itself is the answer.
Pardon?
Means if 2 power 0, there it will be 2.
What? What you are saying? If any integer and any variable is having the power 0, the answer will be 1. Okay?
Yes.
So 2 power 1 becomes 2. And
2.
next one is 2 power 2 gives you 4. And next one is 2 power
2
3
power
gives you
6.
8. You do not know anything. Simple mathematics you cannot tell. So these are the size of integers. These are the size of byte. Byte is having storing one byte, and short stores 2 byte in memory. Integer is having 4 byte, and long is having 8 byte memory space. So suppose if I want to convert a short to int, that means I have a data type short and I want to convert in integer. So can you say that we are converting a small data type to a big data type? Can we say this? If I'm converting this short to int, so can I say we are converting from a short data type to a big data type? Can I say or not? Can I say?
Yes, sir.
Because it stores the 2 byte and integer stores the 4 byte. So it is small and it is greater. So let me write over here. Let me open the Zoom app first. Not Zoom, BlueJ. I'm sorry, BlueJ. Where is BlueJ? This is. Okay. So suppose students, I have a short data type, short is short, a equal to 10. I store 10 over here. And I want to convert this to integer. Then how I will convert here? I will write here int b equal to, I need to write here the type cost operator. So I'm converting to int type, then a will be here. This is the way of converting. Listen very carefully. You are converting, just see here. A is this type. What is the type of a? Here, which is I marked. What is the type of a? Anjanya, what is the type of A?
Short.
Short type. Okay. And I am converting this short type to integer type. Then I need to have, that means I need to write here that which type we are converting. So we are converting integer type. So I need to write here int, int in the brackets. This is square brackets. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And because this a is further converted to integer, that's why you need to have another variable b is of integer type. Can you understand what I'm saying?
No, sir.
No. This short a, what is type of a? Short type. So you are converting this to integer type. So we need to have a type cost operator. This is called type cost operator. Basically, this is dependent on to which type you are converting. So you are converting to integer type. So you will write here in
Yes.
the you will write in the bracket int. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next one. If you are converted a to int type, then we need to have a variable of int type for storing that value. We need to have a variable b of int type for storing this variable a. So that's why I have written
Yes.
int b. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I print system.out.println and I will print here b, then you will get 10. 10. Just let me run this also. You see here it is printing 10. Okay? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me what is the size of float? Can you tell me what is the size of float? Float.
No, sir.
No, sir. When you will know? When you will know? When you will know? I already explained these all things. You must watch the data type videos. Float is having size 4 byte and double is having size 8 byte. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So in the theory part, what I explained, implicit type conversion. First you watch this. If you convert a small data type to a big data type, then it is called implicit conversion. So that means I have converted a small data type to a big data type. Then this is the definition. This is satisfied to implicit conversion. Next one. There is no need to write the typecast operator. So that means if we remove this typecast operator, then there will not be any problem. Just I removed this one. You can see here I compiled, and then after that I am running this one. So this is no problem. Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, next one is this type of conversion happened automatically. Why it is happened automatically? Because we no need to write here type cost operator, just write here int b equal to a. This will be converted. So this is happened automatically. There is no data loss. This point you will understand when I will explain the explicit type conversion. So let me write the explicit type conversion. Explicit type conversion. What is this? If you convert a big data type to a small data type, then it is called what it is called? Explicit conversion. Here the type cast operator is necessary to write. Okay, next one is the data will be lost in this type of conversion. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So if you convert a big data type to a small data type, then it is called explicit conversion. Here the cost operator is necessary to write. That means you cannot remove the cost operator. Next one, the data will be lost in the type conversion. Okay, so let me write for you. Suppose you know that student, short is having how much data type? 2. That means 2 byte. And float is having 4 byte. So suppose if I have a data like float, and FLOAT float b equal to 12.3 f. I already explained why we should write here f. I already explained to you why we should write here f. If you do not write here f, then it will think about this is a double, and there will be a type conversion error. So that's why you must write here small f or capital F whenever you are going to write the float data type. So float b equal to 12.3f I have written, and I want to convert this data type to short data type. So this is 4 data type, and this is this is 4 byte, and this is storing 4 byte, and this is storing 2 byte. So can you understand? I am converting this big data type to small data type. Can you understand this one? I am converting this
Yes,
big data. Okay. So let me write. So if you want to convert this one, then to which you are converting short, then you will write here short A, and I have to write, I must write here SHORT is short and B. Can you understand this point? Short B. Can you understand this point?
yes,
This B is converted to short type, so we need to write here the type cost operator short in the bracket. Can you understand this one?
yes, sir.
Next thing, because you are converting, so you must have a variable of short type for storing that value. Is it clear?
Yes,
Okay. So if this 12.3 is converted to short and I am printing this A, then let me show you what happened. No syntax error. Let me run this. Can you see this? I had 12.3, and right now I am getting answer 12. So is there any data loss or not? Is there any data loss or not?
yes,
There is a data loss because we are losing 0.3. So we can say
yes, sir.
we can say in the conversion, explicit conversion, there is a data loss. And next one is the condition. There is a necessary condition to write the type cost operator. If you remove this type cost operator, then you will see there is a error. Just see here. Compile. Incompatible types, possibly loosey conversion from float to short. But if you remove in implicit conversion, there was not any error, as you have seen. Is there was any error?
No, sir.
But here is getting error. So that means here the type cost operator is compulsory to write. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So Anjanaya, this is your homework, that you must listen very carefully. You must revise the data type chapter. you must revise the data type chapter. Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one more functions methods I need to explain you. There are two methods, print ln and print function. So let me differentiate between these two also. Suppose students, you know that, let me if I will print the A two times, just see here, then I will paste here and compile this one, then run this one. Can you see 12? Then after that there will be a new line, there is 12. Can you see this?
Yes.
The outputs are in different lines. The outputs are coming in different lines.
Different line.
Okay, that means this is the property of this print ln method, that after printing the output, our cursor moves to the new line. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
But if I use print function, just see here, print function, then see the output. Just watch very carefully. You see 12 and 12 in the same line.
Yes, sir.
So that means, what is the difference between print ln and print? Print ln, when you by the print ln method, when the after printing, after showing the output, the cursor moves to the new line. But in the print method, the cursor remains on the same line. This is the difference. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So will you do any mistake?
No.
Okay, so students, this is enough for today's class. And Anjanya, if you really want to study the computer science and you want to make your future as a software developer, then you must watch all my videos which I uploaded on the YouTube. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because as I am feeling that you didn't watch my videos, and previously you were not taking my classes also. So that's why your concept is not clear. You do not know the data types, you do not know the size of the data types. So these all things will create a problem when I will move ahead to the next class, to the next chapter, because these are the very basic things which will be used in that chapters. And if you cannot, if you do not know the data types and the size and many more things, then that will create a problem. So I suggest to you, you must watch all my videos, and if you like my videos, then please comment. You can write the comments for appreciation, and if you face any problem, then you can also write the comments. I will reply you immediate. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So thank you, students, and I have another class. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.